The Black Radical Imagination is a group of people with African descent with a radical consciousness to use creative impulses to address the root of Black suffering. In other words, envisioning a better future by radical alternatives of the present. During the Civil Rights era, the Black Panther Party stood as an influential political/revolutionary party to enlighten Black people to fight against oppression via aesthetics, education, social programs, and more. In the novel Framing the Black Panthers, written by James Rose, it said, the Panthers rejected any identification with the United States, which they deemed the source of Black oppression, yet embraced the nation's democratic principles in a hopeful quest for social change. The Black Panther Party was co-founded by Huey Newton and Bobby Seale in Oakland, California. Bobby Seale stated in the documentary Eyes on the Prize that we are not anti-white, but anti-oppression. Another important member of the team was Eldridge Cleaver, Minister of Information. The Black Panther Party was split between two factions. Newton, who had a narrow view of change via survivalist programs like the Breakfast Program, and Eldridge, whom had the global view of oppression via revolutionary programs. Because the Black Panther Party split into two factions, they began fighting each other, creating intra-party violence. Because of this, the Black Panther Party began to lose its strength to fight against the oppressors because they continued to fight with each other.
Eldridge on the show was to show people that he and Eldridge were on the same page, and Eldridge sabotaged that. So Huey was livid. He was embarrassed. He was furious. And so within 10 minutes or so, he called back.
Mr. Cleaver?
Yes?
Just hold on.
Eldridge. Hey, what's happening?
Yeah, you got the bombshell this morning. Well, it was very embarrassing for me. So I'm warning you now, or notifying you, that the intercommunal section, you hear?
Yeah?
The intercommunal section is expelled.
That's not the best way to deal with that.
Well, this is the way I'm going to deal with it.
Well, then I think you're a madman too, brother.
But I'm not a coward like you, brother, because you run off to get a little Bobby Hutton killed. But I stay here and face the gas, you see? So you're a coward and you're a punk. You understand?
I think you've lost your ability to reason, brother.
Hey, brother, you heard what I call you. That's what I feel about you now.
Okay,
You're a punk.
It was a split in the party, and within days we began to feel just how bad it was.
Someone has to be disciplined, and my recommendation is to discipline Eldridge Cleaver, not for the criticism itself, but the way in which it was presented.
The word got back to us that Eldridge had put out the edict that the streets were not supposed to be safe for Panthers. Whether he said that or not, he was in Algeria, we were here, who knows? It was chaos.
There was certain...
A metaphor that can be used for Huey Newton and Eldridge Cleaver would be T'Challa, who had a local perspective like Newton, and Killmonger with a global/militant perspective like Eldridge in the Black Panther movie.
Now, what do you want? I want the throne.
Hey, you, the tuna.
Y'all sitting up here comfortable. Must feel good. It's about 2 billion people all over the world that looks like us, but their lives are a lot harder. Wakanda has the tools to liberate them all.
And what tools are those?
Vibranium. Your weapons.
Our weapons will not be used to wage war on the world. It is not our way to be judge, jury, and executioner for people who are not our own.
Not your own. But didn't life start right here on this continent? So ain't all people your people?
I am not king of all people. I am king of Wakanda.
This clip relates to violence and self-defense because it portrays two contradicting perspectives that causes tension between two factions that ultimately have the same goal. In the case of Black Panther movie, this shows how Killmonger, a Black American brought up in oppression, wants to provide vibranium to the oppressed and erupt a global revolution. T'Challa, like Newton, were more concerned with taking the isolationist approach. In the end of the movie, T'Challa established an outreach program in a predominantly minority-driven neighborhood in America. Because T'Challa felt violence should only be out of necessity.
This scene also resonates with the concept in the movie Panther, 1995.
What is Brother Jamal think?
I think the poor black folks are fighting for their humanity,
And the poor white folks are fighting for more money. I mean, the white boys can get a haircut and join the establishment. But us, we're black forever.
Sister Emma, you...
Just as Killmonger is saying that black people all over the world are suffering, Brother Jamal says the same thing. Black people are simply fighting for humanity, unlike whites who can get ahead. This concept is shown several times throughout Black Panther.
For as long as I could. Their leaders have been assassinated. Communities flooded with drugs and weapons. They are overly policed and incarcerated. All over the planet, our people suffer because they don't have the tools to fight back.
In Black Panther, Killmonger states that black people in America never had the weapons to fight back at their oppressors. This is true for the Black Panther Party. When they first started, they didn't have weapons to fight back with. Due to that, many people didn't take them serious, nor did they trust
Carrying
their
out
plans.
Panther duties. When I'm gonna get a gun? We don't have none yet. And no one gets one from us until they've gone through the proper training. And that includes knowing the 10-point program.
That's right, brother, since we gotta educate ourselves, know our own history.
Man, I had history in school.
Not that colonial slavery bull they want you to know. I'm talking about the real history. From Mao to Fanon,
That's
now
right.
from X. And if you got trouble reading, we will help you.
That's right. That's right.
Man, I'm out of here.
You niggas, crazy.
Come on, bro.
got no guns. All those interested in joining the Black Panthers, just sign this sheet of paper right here. Here you go, brother. Sign this sheet.
Them white boys gonna kick all y'all ass.
These same weapons and Killmonger's idea of using violence to fight back at the oppressors will be his demise, just as it was the demise of the Black Panther Party. In Panther 1995, a Black Panther Party member after a fight yells out, "See this? This is counter-revolutionary, like crabs in a bucket pulling each other down." This is a prime example of what T'Challa is saying during his fight with Killmonger.
See us become just like the people you hate so much. Divide and conquer the land as they did.
I learned from my enemies. Beat them at their own game.
You have become them. You will destroy the world, Wakanda included.
Although the times are different, black people and minorities continue to be oppressed by the white supremacy system. To have the freedom that we have now, it took strong courageous leaders that embodied the black radical imagination.
Now, we have to continue carrying that torch of envisioning a better world for generations to come by learning from our past mistakes.